The big cheese.
Boss man
big
was just
dog.
like, hey. He was just like, hey, you know, like, you think like I can see you in my office, or like, hey, let's go to my office. You know,
Again,
like, all right.
he still kind of works there, so we don't want to name drop everybody.
Oh,
yeah.
And we all still kind of hang around.
Which, by the way,
Yeah, fuck him. I'm just kidding.
honestly,
Fuck
yeah,
'em all.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck them.
I mean,
Basically, he calls me in. You know, I go in, and the LP was sitting there, or well, no, you know, the main LP, not just.
That's like our loss prevention, like store security.
Yeah.
He tackles people for chopsticks.
He was in there, and so like they sat me down, and I was just like, oh, like I
It's true, it happened before.
I literally had no idea
what you were being called in for.
what I was being called in for. I was just like, oh, like it's like he's done this before, and it's like a little joke thing, or it's him literally just telling me like, hey, you're gonna get like a 50-cent raise or something. You know, like it was never something.
Isidro was like, why am I getting fired?
No, like, dude, that's pretty much that was my reaction. Like, he was just like, hey, like, I just wanted to bring you in here because we're gonna have to let you go.
Mm-hmm.
And like, he was being serious. He was looking at me serious, and he had like the papers in his hand. Yeah, I laughed. I was like, I like gave him a. I was like,
Cause you thought
what?
it was heartbreaking.
Yeah, no, dude.
Like you legit, like you think he was joking.
I thought he was joking, and he was just like, no, like we're being serious. Like we're letting you go on what do you say, on account of theft. And I was like, what? I was just like, what do you mean? I was like, what?
Like,
and I stayed
like
quiet.
An evil twin or something?
No, like I was so in shock, and I stayed quiet for like a good period. I was just like, I remember even like walking in with the mask, and when he told me, I was like, I took my mask off, and I was like, are you serious? Like almost like a plea for like, no, dude, like look at my face. Like I took my mask off. I was like, you're you're joking. And he was just like, no, like here's your papers. Like we need you to sign. And I love how they treat you like a fucking. I know it's policy and stuff. Like I don't hold it against them, but they treat you like
you're a criminal.
You're going to prison, dude. Like he was just like, hey, like you can't go back there anymore. Like I was like, oh man, I'm gonna go fucking steal a bunch of shit now or something. I don't fucking know, but you're like, you can't go back there. Like, if you have anything personal in your locker that you want us to get for you, like we'll get it, we'll bring it in a bag, and we'll give it to you. And I was just like, dude, I might have left. Who knows what I left in there? But I was just like, no, clean it out, throw it away.
That's all dumb.
Like I was just like, I don't care what's in my fucking locker, dude. You know.
So they called in Batman, and they're like, we're gonna wheel you away to our place.
Yeah, dude. Might as well have. I mean,
Can you explain what this account of theft was for? Like,
yeah, because that was the stupidest thing. That
basically,
legit,
the 3 years that I got there, and how I got along with everybody, I got too comfortable. And so what I would do is when I'd go, I mean, I'd do it even when I wouldn't go early, but at that point I was going in. That was my shift, the morning shift. I'd go in early
at 4 a.m.
Yeah,
I'd go in early
before the store opened.
Yeah,
like
and
the check stands aren't open.
Yeah. It's only night crew. You get there, and sometimes it's just like, oh, hey, you have to call them up so that someone checks you out, which is basically like they ring you out.
Oh yeah, because I think the first checker doesn't get there until 6
till 6 a.m.
Yeah,
and instead of I would do that at first, obviously, but for a while now. Whether it was my lunch, and you're not supposed to do this, you know, it's time theft to them. Mm-hmm. You're not supposed to do this, but when you're clocking out for lunch, you're supposed to clock out and then get your lunch. They don't care how long it takes you. They don't care. No, you have your set time for lunch, and that's it. You clock in and out. I would obviously, from produce on my way to the check stands, I would get whatever food I might get that day from there or whatever if I was getting food. Pay for it, go up, and then clock out. But that's not what I got fired for. What I got fired for is because I got too comfortable. So I'd go in the mornings. I wouldn't want to wait or bother someone to come check me out. So I'd say I got like a little 4-pack of Uncrustables or something. Or a little muffins to like eat in the morning. I'd get like the muffins. I'd get like a little milk. I'd freaking scarf it down in the back, and then in my first break,
it down.
In my first way of saying it. In my first break, I'd go and I'd pay for it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get receipts. Sometimes I wouldn't even take the things up there. I would just tell the checker, hey, like when I came in today in the morning,
This and this.
I got a little milk and some whatever muffins.
Like a
And I'd write down the prices, or I'd remember the prices and be like, oh, charge me this for this, for this, for this. No one ever, you know, I was just like,
do that.
I was like, they know me enough that they know I would never, and this was where I made the mistake. I was like, they trust me enough or know me enough that I would never steal anything, or that I'm paying. Like, I knew I shouldn't have been doing that, but I do it anyways. Whether at some point I forgot to pay for something and someone noticed, or like I said, I would do it even out in the open, which is also another fuck up I made. That were like probably in the cameras, it might have just looked like I went, grabbed something, and then went straight to the back.
Yeah.
And so when they told me, the LP guy was just like, yeah, we you know, someone pointed you out. Basically, someone saw whatever I was stealing or something, or I don't know.
He went straight for the Hennessy.
And let him know that, hey, like, you know.
But they didn't go and tell the manager, no? Like, they told, like...
The LP guys?
Yeah, like, I don't know. Didn't they go, like straight to the top? Like,
Well,
with it?
I would assume, because they didn't...
Yeah.
They didn't...
It was, sorry.
Yeah, he said it was somebody. He said it was somebody.
He said that,
that gave him a tip that it was out of
Yeah.
his hands.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
You know,
okay, well,
for someone who's the director of the store, you sure got a lot not in your hands.